Well, let's see what happens. Okay. Welcome. For today, I will keep my camera on when we practice because we are creating a library of video practices for folks, but you all can still turn your cameras off. Okay. And we are going to do a really, really simple practice today, which is I did it this morning and I was having a moment of like, oh, yeah, this is nice. Oh, this is why we practice. Oh, yeah, fascinating. Had like a weird, sticky morning and like got it in my head that I was going to get a few things done before I practiced, and then kind of like rerouted myself into my practice and just felt so different afterwards. And yeah, I'm so grateful for practice. So I will just keep preaching and offering when I can. So, should we begin? Because I'm trying to keep these calls short. Great. All right, my goal is for us to practice for somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. If you are on live and you need to jump off at any time during that, you are just more than welcome to. I will not take it personally, no problem. Okay. And our usual way of doing things here is just if you want to turn your own camera off to practice, you are welcome to. And then that way, sometimes the nervous system can just like calm and settle a little bit without worrying. I think for all humans, and perhaps particularly for certain personality types or historical experiences or other identifications, it can make the nervous system a little bit more activated just knowing that someone could be seeing you, such as having a camera on. So just with a little respect to that. And then anything you can do just sort of right away as we begin our practice session together, whether you're here live or watching the recording, to put your body into the position that you would like to practice in today. And to begin to allow yourself to make some micro adjustments or some larger than micro adjustments that might make yourself even more comfortable. So, we are going to do a practice today that I particularly in my body like to do in a seated position, where I have some capacity to kind of work with my torso slash spinal positioning, because we're doing a central channel practice or a UMA practice, which means that towards the end of our practice, we're going to land in a area anatomically in the soma, in the human body, where it is believed and experienced that our unburdened, open hearted, awake awareness is always accessible to us, an energetic channel in our embodiment. And for me, I have found this easier to access when I can kind of play around with the positioning of my torso, of my upper body, of my spine, of my head and neck. But other times, other folks really like to do this practice lying on their back. And even some people have enjoyed doing it lying on their belly with their back open, like sort of open to the world. So, luckily, you can listen again and again and play around with what position is most comfortable for you. Just taking a moment to notice that you're already breathing. The breath is already breathing you. We can begin to connect that experience of noticing the breath to practice, to beginning a practice. The breath is already meditating you. And just inviting all pieces and parts of the operating system, inviting in any ancestral or karmic patterning, inviting in everything that we think of as like ego, personality, self. All is welcome. And inviting the physical body and all of the subtle bodies to come and just receive practice, be in practice. So, everything that you're conscious of, everything that you're not conscious of, just really setting the intention of practice as an offering and practice as a reception. And beginning to breathe in through all the pores of the skin, inhaling as though inhaling through all the pores of the skin. Full body inhale from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. And really perceive the inhale, feel it, or imagine it. And we're breathing in oxygen. That oxygen is nourishing us on a cellular level. Our cells that are primarily made of space. And that oxygen is prana, is life force, is energy. And prana, life force, is awareness. And so we're also breathing in, inhaling through all the pores of the skin, awareness. And we can allow that awareness to gently explore the territory of the body, from the soles of the feet and the toes to the crown of the head. Notice anywhere in the body that there is tension or tightness, or a feeling of clinging, discomfort, static, numbness, unresolved energetic. Whatever label works in this moment. And allow, as awareness touches this, allow the breath to touch tightness or clinging or tension. Allow that to be an offering, a compassionate offering. Awareness and tension are one. So breathing into the tension, the tightness, the numbness, the discomfort. And as you exhale, you can just allow this to unwind, to dissolve, and to release out of your human form and down into the earth, into the body of the earth beneath you. This is an offering of reciprocity. We're always living in connection with the earth, the great mother. And acknowledging our shared energy is a loving act. So inhaling through all the pores of the skin, oxygen, prana, life force, nourishing every cell in the body. That oxygen, prana, life force is awareness. Awareness is one with tension, tightness, clinging, discomfort, numbness, unresolved energetics or emotions. Exhale. Whatever wants to let go down into the body of the earth. One more deep breath like this. Feet, ankles, lower legs, thighs, torso, shoulders, arms, face, head, neck. Oxygen, prana, life force, awareness. Awareness is one with tension. Exhale, releasing like a wave out of the body down into the earth and dissolving any sense of barrier or boundary between your own body and the earth body, just opening energetically to the planet Earth, the Great Mother. As you feel that opening, as though you're making this really full touch, full contact with the energy of the planet Earth, the Great Mother, shared somatic reality. And in whatever way feels good to you, just allowing your awareness to expand, not leaving the body behind, but expanding down into the Great Mother, into her lap, into her brace, into her soma, vast, the vast soma of the Great Mother. And just allow your awareness to explore the Great Mother as you descend down and down and down into her. Grounding, nourishing, nurturing, meditative, energetic of the Great Mother. And you may perceive at the center of the earth herself, there's this sort of nectar, amrita, fire, core energetic. And that energy wants to make contact with your awareness. It's a loving, it's just like this pure, unconditional, loving, energetic. Sometimes again, like a nectar, amrita, or like a fiery warmth, or just light, whatever is occurring is perfect. As you descend into the earth, it kind of draws you near your awareness, and you feel the contact, the touch with this love for no reason at all. And also this grounding, nourishing, nurturing, meditative, energetic of the earth herself, the earth body, the soma of the earth. So vast, your awareness might kind of stretch out in all directions and not even reach her boundaries. And just bringing a gentle focus back to your human form, resting on the earth, and just breathing this earth energy up into your own embodiment through the root and into the low belly. You can think of this as just the low belly. You can think of this as dantian or hara, if that language resonates. You can think of it as the womb space, if that resonates. Whatever feels right to you, just really intentionally inhaling this love for no reason at all. Pure, unconditional, loving, energetic, and grounded, nourishing, nurturing, vast, meditative, energetic of the earth into the womb space. Low belly, dantian hara. And there's a gentle focus here in the low belly. There's also just sort of maintaining this wider view, rooted in the earth herself, and your own physical form are also quite real, experientially real. So there's a gentle focus and there's still a wide view as well. And allow that gentle focus to come to a point right at the center of the low belly, at the center of the hara or womb space. And begin to breathe into that point. It could feel as though you're breathing in from all directions like a sphere, or it could feel as though you're breathing in from a point right at the front of the low belly. Like there's an opening there. Either way, whatever feels intuitively right. And breathing into this point, and as you breathe in there, it opens. It opens like arms opening for an embrace, or like a soft yawn or stretch, like a doorway, like a window, like a portal opening. And you can just allow your awareness to move into that opening, through that opening, like a gate, to make deeper contact with the primordial energetic, that which is never born and never dies. Pure, timeless, spaceless, awake awareness. Sometimes this can feel a little disorienting, sometimes it feels liberating. This is just the energetic of the primordial without any set markers or constraints. And as your awareness explores this primordial energetic, it may feel more vast than even the space of the low belly. Like it's opening you to this spaceless dimension where there's just pure potentiality, curiosity, sort of like a curious chaos that's like also lined with this energetic of love for no reason at all, just like the center of the earth. And as you rest there, you may notice that this energetic is rising up the back line of your body, the body naturally. And again, staying rooted in the sense of the low belly, the womb space, the hara, just allowing your awareness to explore this rising, perhaps moving up a few inches with each inhale, up the back line of the body, behind the belly, behind the solar plexus, behind the heart center, behind the clavicles, up the back of the neck, behind the brain to the top of the head. And here we are, just resting, awareness laying back. Allow awareness to lay back. And the back line of the body, central channel, Uma. Resting in this awake awareness. If it feels good, you can soften the jaw, soften inner ear canals. Allow the internal gaze to move backwards. Soften the throat, soften the shoulders, feel the heaviness of the arms. Soften in the palms of the hands, soften in the soles of the feet and the hips and the knees. Lay awareness along the back line. And just let yourself rest here. If you feel like you get distracted or pulled away, that's no problem at all. Just return. Just return to the hara, return to the point at the center of the hara. Explore Uma rising naturally up out of the hara, up the back line of the body, and come to rest again. And there's two things you may experience as you rest in this channel of awareness. One is you may feel like there's this vast emptiness opening behind you. Like the channel sort of opens to a field in the back line. And that is the field of emptiness, the great spaciousness, the primordial, that which is never born and never dies, the eternal love for no reason at all, field of love. And you may also notice that this awareness that rests along the back line can sort of turn perceptiveness towards your embodiment, attuning to your heart center, attuning to the energetic body, attuning to the physical body. And just notice how this awareness receives or responds to the embodiment, the heart center, taking in any qualities of the heart center in this moment, any qualities of the energetic body, any qualities of the physical body. Just notice if you get pulled as you turn attention. Notice if you get pulled into the embodiment and just lay yourself back in the channel again. Resting rooted in the earth, in the low belly, in Uma central channel. Breathing gently into the Uma, into the central channel to keep yourself rooted there. And you can just rest. You can fall into the back line and the field of love for no reason at all. Or you can turn this open hearted, awake awareness to the embodiment. A few more breaths here, just choosing your own adventure, what feels right for you in practice in this moment. Trusting the practice. Allow there to be less effort and less effort and less effort until it's as though there's no effort at all. And reminding yourself that you can return to this practice at any time. Just a moment of gratitude to all of our teachers, the awakened beings, the great masters who offer us their teaching and practice and story as we explore our own unique embodied awakening. We understand that everything that arises in practice serves our most profound and graceful awakening, homecoming to our true nature and unburdened expression. And we love and appreciate that our own awakening is the portal, is the pathway to the swiftest liberation, freedom, joy, and love for no reason at all for all beings in all times and all places.